Welcome to Reynolds Coliseum on the campus of NC State. Head coach Wes Moore and the Pack are on the rise, having won 7 of their last 8 games. Sylvia Hatchell's Tar Heels have lost 4 consecutive games. They're led by junior Paris Key, who's averaging almost 20 points a game. It's North Carolina and NC State, and it starts right now. ACC women's basketball today at a sold-out historic Reynolds Coliseum. This Tobacco Road rivalry has the Tar Heels of North Carolina come calling on the Wolfpack of NC State. Take a look at the standings. Louisville, Notre Dame out front. Notre Dame with a win already over Georgia Tech. NC State comfortably in that first 9, which is big for the ACC tournament that comes up in a few weeks. North Carolina still a little work to do. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Mike Hogwood along with Chelsea Shine. You can feel the emotion and the crowd in here today. And Chelsea, State Carolina, you don't need to say any more than that.
No, rivalry game, you can throw the records out the window. And with just 2 weeks left in ACC play, these are games that have heavy implications going down the stretch and how they'll impact these teams in the ACC tournament.
All right, let's talk about now your players to keep an eye on in this game.
Yeah, I think when you look at both of these teams, great guards, great guard play on either one of these teams. And I think the inside presence of Janelle Bailey for UNC and Chelsea Nelson for NC State will be so important. Janelle Bailey, I think one of the best freshmen in the league, so consistent, so tough inside. And Chelsea Nelson, senior leader, has been having a great season for NC State. She only had 1 point in the last matchup with UNC. I expect she'll have a better performance this afternoon.
This is the second matchup of the season. NC State beat North Carolina on January 18th, 66-53, and they're the players we were talking about. By the way, I agree with you on Janelle Bailey. What a year she's had. And how about Chelsea Nelson's almost averaging 10 rebounds a game in league play?
Yeah, these are the Chelsea Nelson, the 3rd best rebounder in the league. Janelle Bailey, the 4th best rebounder in the league. Rebounding will be key, but we should see a fun battle on the interior.
Both these teams are coming off of losses. North Carolina lost Wednesday to Virginia Tech, 90-74. NC State had that 7-game win streak. Chelsea stopped at Miami, 52-48.
A tough game down at Coral Gables, but how about after starting 1-3 in league play for NC State to go on a 7-game win streak? Big important game for them this afternoon.
NC State in their home white, North Carolina in their road blue, and we are underway. This is Aislinn Koenig with it. Ely had a really good game when these two played in Chapel Hill.
Because of Chelsea Nelson's face-up ability and the ability to stretch the defense, you'll see Janelle Bailey not guarding her. Janelle Bailey staying inside, guarding Akila Mays. A little bit of a better matchup in that department with their height.
We talked to Sylvia Hatchell, and she said offense has not been our problem. The problem for us has been on the defensive end. Nelson's first shot.
Well, this is a Carolina team in their last 3 games, Mike, has given up 90 or more points. And in a league like this where you've got capable scoring all around, North Carolina trying to find some rhythm and consistency on the defensive end.
Paris Key misses her first shot. She's averaging almost 20 a game for Carolina. Kiara Leslie with it. How good has she been lately?
I've been impressed with her. Just tough. Transfer from Maryland. Good-sized guard at 6 feet.
So both teams have come up empty on their first couple of possessions. Key, nice pass.
A really good job by Paris Key as she's running down to see her teammate, Janelle Murray. The way she saw her teammate there, pulled the defense out, then sucked the defense back in. Good decision by Key.
If you're Carolina, any offense you get out of Murray is good. Out there for her athleticism and defense. Good pass to Ely. She is bumped by Janelle Bailey.
Here's that last play. Watch Paris Key in transition. She sees her teammate. Kayla Ely sees Paris Key looking for her teammate. leaves her in transition. Good decision by Key.
Paris Key can score it. She leads the team in steals, and as you saw, she can make the assist as well. This is not pink day for Carolina today in this game, but Sylvia Hatchell says it's pink day for her because of all the respect that she had for Kay Yao. They were very close friends. As you know, each team around the country has a Play for Kay game, which we'll be talking a little bit more about as we get into this game. But Sylvia Hatchell said the pink was for her today. Safe to say the shooting has not been stellar here early. Here's Jamie Cherry. She can start.
How quick Carolina can get the ball in transition down the floor. Really good run out by Jamie Cherry, and easy basket for Janelle Murray.
Hey, Chelsea, how about Jalen Murray? She's already hit her scoring average. Average is just under 4 a game. She's got 4 right now.
That's what Carolina can do. They can push the tempo, make you play uncomfortable. Look how fast Jamie Cherry pushes this ball. Perfect timing to wait until her post partner gets in good position to get the highest percentage shot.
That time it's Murray's who makes the great pass high-low, and that's the first bucket for Janelle Bailey. Carolina's looked pretty good offensively here in this first quarter. What a job Westmore has done this season. Already 19 wins. He was a former assistant to Kay Yao. Had a great stint at UT Chattanooga, but has really found a home here in Raleigh with the Wolfpack.
This is a team that lost 4 starters last year. 48.8 points per game is what they lost, and impressive statistic. They have the same record so far at 19-6 at this point in the season as they did last year. So again, what a job by Westmore to take all that he had, even what he lost, and to put them back in the same position. And the point that you made early in this conference season, you would have not thought that they would be 8-4 at this point. Started 1-3 and then went on a 7-game winning streak. Ranked in the top 25, put themselves in a good position to be in the NCAA tournament like last year. And if they win today, they'll secure a spot in the top 9 of the ACC, securing that first-round bye in the ACC tournament, which is very important.
Here's Murray. Cherry. Janelle Bailey, the freshman.
So tough. Chelsea Nelson has struggled at times with fouls, and she's such an important piece to this state team. Coach Moore says they need her in the game. She's been working on trying to limit her fouls. Janelle Bailey going right at her.
Nelson hits the 3, and that's news. That was only her second. That was a 2, but that's only her second outside shot near the 3 of the year.
We knew the posts would be exciting to watch. Really good steal by Bailey. Chelsea Nelson has to stay straight up. And then Nelson, who has that range, that mid-range game. Good little jumper at the elbow.
I got excited. I thought that was close to a 3. And not where she's been good. There's Paris Key. Boy, is she great offensively. Had 20 points last time out in that loss to Virginia Tech.
Mike, you can really just sense early on, too, as North Carolina's offense has been so fluid, gotten transition points, it's really impacted the way that they're playing on the defensive end of the floor.
There you see the North Carolina snapshot. ACC record 4-7, but they've got an issue right now. Janelle Bailey has just picked up her second foul, and that really is going to hurt North Carolina.
4 minutes into the game, you're absolutely right. She'll have to sit on the bench for most of the remainder now, I would assume, of this first half. And between Chelsea Nelson and Akilah Mage, you've got 2 really tough players inside for NC State to contain. And without Bailey in there, North Carolina interior is going to have their work cut out for them.
With the rebound just into the game, 6'4" sophomore. Emily Sullivan. And that's Sullivan picking up the foul. Emily Sullivan in the game right now. Chelsea did not play against North Carolina or against Virginia Tech last time out. This Tar Heel defense is getting some stops. Still belong to NC State.
Carolina just really holding the tempo right now, pushing in transition, really disrupting what North Carolina State's been able to do in the half court.
NC State only 1 for 6 here in this first period. Not a good pass, turnover, and we'll give it to the Tar Heels.
It was a good thought. Koenig saw Jamie Cherry at 5'8", guarding 6'5". Akila Mays was trying to get the ball inside, just way overshot it.
Tar Heels are 5 for 9 from the field. Cherry. Here's Key. Key tried to draw the foul. Didn't do it. She's making an appeal, but that's not going to work. Timeout here in Raleigh. 10-5. North Carolina leads. Back in Raleigh, North Carolina's taking advantage of some NC State shooting woes here early. You know, you look at NC State's NCAA resume, and I think they look really good.
Yeah, you look at their overall record and then certainly what they've done in ACC so far. They've got 4 games left, including today. Only one top 25 team left. They'll finish at Notre Dame, but even if they lose that game, if they can win out against their unranked opponents, they'll finish 11-5 in the conference. And
you see that 27% Thursday at Miami. They only scored 48 points. They were 3 for 23 from 3, and now 1 for 9. Murray has played really well. The freshman from Columbia, South Carolina here early.
Well, Murray's going to get some more minutes, no question, with Janelle Bailey benched with 2 fouls early on.
That foul on Ace with Koenig is her first. Only 1 field goal in the game so far for NC State, and you can see Westmore, he's not happy.
Every time North Carolina's been able to get a stop, they can push in transition. That was another key Coach Moore said today. Transition defense. Carolina can push that tempo, and when you get into a track meet with the Tar Heels, they're going to hold the advantage there.
Here's Cherry. Cherry has not taken a shot yet in the game. The drive to the bucket. Cherry is really only the senior who sees some significant minutes. Fouled by Akila Mays. Cherry averaging right at 16 points a game. Trying to get it inside to Coonan. Good defense by the Wolfpack. Here's Nelson. Nelson's got the only field goal for NC State so far in the game.
Boy, NC State working so hard to get that ball inside. That last possession, you saw when Chelsea Nelson got it. 3 players for Carolina sucked in when she was able to pass it out. There were some open looks there, but they just struggled to get good, clean looks into the post.
4 turnovers for NC State here in this first period. open. That is a 2 from Koenig. Just the largest lead of the game now at 7. Leslie. She has not been able to get going in this first period.
Koenig has the range. She can shoot the 3. That's just a step inside, but you have to guard her for distance.
She can shoot the 3, but making them has been a different story. 18% from behind the arc. Cherry, her first shot of the game. Good rebound by Nelson. We told you Nelson averaging almost 10 boards a game in league play. Great drive to the bucket. Kayla Ely.
I think that might be NC State's first transition bucket.
Ely was only 1 for 11 shooting against Miami. Be big to get her going again. Deep 3 from Cherry.
Boy, Cherry has that range, and if she's missed 10 in a row, you still better guard her like she's hit 10 because she's capable of going off.
Nelson's open. You're talking about Cherry. She only had 1 3-pointer against Virginia Tech.
Here's Kayla Ely going coast to coast. Averaged 3 points a game last year. She's averaging almost 9 so far this season. A player for NC State that has stepped up huge for them and playing really well.
Great pass inside. Akila Mays with the field goal. That time it was Ely with the assist. Kunin over Koenig.
Thought that was a tough forced shot in traffic.
Here's Ely. You talked about losing those 4 players from last year. What an advantage it's been to have Akila Mays, the redshirt senior, for leadership with this NC State team. Here's Ely. Driving again. She's fouled and go to the line.
Big things are happening for NC State when they're attacking off the bounce. Good tip rebound to save the possession by Nelson. This is an NC State team that gets to the free throw line a lot, and it's because of players like Ely who are aggressive to the basket.
Ely, a 69% free throw shooter. She's taken more free throws than any other NC State player this season.
7th in the nation, this team in total free throw attempts.
NC State now 5 of 8 from the free throw line, and the Wolfpack have pulled to within a point. North Carolina's been stuck on 12 a while. Sullivan.
NC State has done a good job of limiting North Carolina to just one and done.
There's the 3 from Leslie, and NC State has taken the lead. Here in the final minute of the period, they get a turnover. Momentum has swung to the ladies in white. Jocelyn Jones just into the game down with that board. And North Carolina answers now with an and 1.
Here's Kiara Leslie spotting up from the top of the arc. And then on the other end, Kunin in transition with the handles through contact. Westmore with some frustration with 40 seconds left for Koenig to pick up a foul.
That's her second, Chelsea. Well, North Carolina went 2 minutes and 45 seconds without scoring a point, but that was a big and 1. Gives the Tar Heels the lead back. Great atmosphere here today. This big rival battle. Hawkins with it just into the game. She traveled. Shot clock is off here at the end of the quarter. And North Carolina is going to put a great three-point shooter in the game, Leah Church. Had a couple of threes on Wednesday in that loss to Virginia Tech. But she can flat out shoot it.
She'll spot up on the perimeter and stretch the defense because you have to defend her.
Cherry can't hit the three. At the buzzer, Ely can't hit it. Well, folks, we got a game. Getting ready for the second quarter here. It's a one-point game since the Tobacco Road rivalry. North Carolina leads NC State 15-14. ACC Women's Basketball is brought to you by the official corporate champions of the ACC, Geico, New York Life, Bojangles, Food Lion, and Toyota. Back at historic and refurbished Reynolds Coliseum, second quarter underway. North Carolina had a 7-point lead at one point in that first quarter.
We talked about how important defense was going to be for North Carolina, something Coach Hatchell told us they need to do a better job on, and I thought their offense really fueled their aggression on defense.
How about Key right at the end of the shot clock? She's got 4 points. And interesting to note that Janelle Bailey is back on the court with those 2 fouls.
Yeah, that's an interesting decision and something that you're really going to have to trust your freshman with to not pick up that third.
Leslie draws the foul.
Harris Key can score at every different level, just uses Leslie's momentum to take her right by her. Patience. Good jumper.
And what's incredible, she's in tremendous shape. North Carolina has the top 3 in minutes in the ACC. Key plays 37, Cherry 38. And in the last game, Key played all 40 minutes. Leslie now with 7 points. Jocelyn Jones.
I would look to go right inside to Chelsea Nelson if you're NC State against Janelle Bailey. North Carolina in a 2-3 zone, but Nelson trying to post up in the middle.
Here's Ely, 60 shooting. Nice drive, Kayla Ely. She's got 7 points now. Cherry trying to answer. Ely drive and kick, and shot won't go from Leslie. Nice pass down, and even better defense on the other end by Armani Hawkins.
Kayla Ely, another great job driving to the basket. Good finish. And then good job by Armani Hawkins. 2 hands on the basketball to get the jump ball back to NC State.
Hawkins, the transfer from Arizona State, didn't play first semester. But she's been a valuable addition, I think, to this NC State team. There's another kick and another open shot by Leslie. She's had some good looks, just hasn't been able to knock them down.
I wondered if that one looked like it might have gotten tipped at the last second.
Here's Key. Works against Leslie. We were talking to some NC State folks, and they really love the way Leslie is playing defense right now. 5 to shoot, and the bank was not open.
Boy, Cherry just frustrated on that shot. Clean look.
Look at the top 7 in the ACC. NC State is there, and those numbers are important for the tournament.
Yeah, no question. Top 9, get a first-round bye. If you finish in the top 4, you get a double bye. And we talked about NC State's remaining schedule, including today. They only have 1 ranked opponent left.
And you just saw that Jalen Murray's now got 2 fouls. So Murray and Bailey both with 2 for North Carolina. Hawkins is open. And she drains it. That's only her 5th 3 of the season. NC State now with their largest lead. Ely drives. NC State's rolling 23-17.
Kayla Ely is scoring over players 4, 6, 7, 8 inches taller than her. Not afraid to drive right into the heart of the defense.
NC State has scored 9 unanswered points.
NC State's done a good job of passing over and through this North Carolina zone. And then Kayla Ely right over Jalen Murray, who's 6'2".
Ely listed only at 5'8". Here's Bailey, double teamed. Murray. And she traveled. NC State really cranked it up on defense. 6th turnover of the first half here for North Carolina.
When NC State's been able to score a basket, it allows them to get back and set a little more organized than if they're missing, and North Carolina's been able to push the tempo, run in transition.
Foul's going to be on Mays. This has become a foul fest here. That's her 2nd.
You can always tell if it was a good shot or not by the way the coach reacts, and based on Westmore's reaction, I'm not sure that's the shot that they were looking for by Erica Cassell.
Chelsea Nelson's back into the game for NC State. Westmore saying what he was reacting to just a moment ago. North Carolina has only scored 2 points here in the 2nd quarter. And they got themselves in a little bit of foul trouble. Off balance. And Coonan can't get it to go.
And not only have they struggled now from hitting shots, but NC State continuing to just limit their opportunities.
Key's going to be whistled for a foul on Nelson. So the shooting has definitely picked up for NC State. Here's Leslie. Inside, Chelsea Nelson.
Perfectly placed pass by Leslie right into the hands of Nelson. A little turnaround jumper.
And what was a 7-point deficit is now an 8-point lead for NC State. Cherry. Nice drive by the senior Jamie Cherry. That's her first points.
Maturity in the senior to recognize when you're not hitting from the outside, put the ball on the floor and go to the basket.
Got a timeout. 4:41 to go here in the second quarter. State's up 25-19. The difference in the game right now is sophomore Kayla Ely.
Kayla Ely, 9 points, shooting 50%, and it's because she's getting these high percentage shots. Not afraid to attack the basket, scoring and finishing over taller defenders. Kayla Ely, a player who averaged 13 minutes a game last year and now averages over 32. Just a turnaround year for her and great opportunity.
How about the game she had in Chapel Hill when these two teams played? She had 22 points in that game, 3 threes. She's averaging almost 11 points a game in league play. Hawkins feeds it to Nelson. Leslie will take the three. Nelson, who's had a great half on the boards already, gets that and puts it back. 7 rebounds for her.
You can always count on her, just so aggressive at the boards, and sometimes her best offense is coming in those second chance opportunities.
Key baseline, left it short, Leslie with it. Almost turned it over. Bucket here would put the state lead in double digits. And a travel called on Nelson.
Shot by Ely. Chelsea Nelson knows she's going to clean up the glass. Gets around Bailey so well. She's one of the most fun rebounders to watch in this league. Every single shot that goes up, she's in there looking for the rebounds.
9 double-doubles on the season for Chelsea Nelson. Here's Cherry. Well, if Cherry gets going, that's what North Carolina needs. Got 4 here. This is Ely to Nelson. Nelson travels. Give Janelle Bailey some credit. She's starting to play some pretty. You talked about these two at the beginning of the broadcast.
Yeah. She's been playing Nelson tough, and as we talked about, having to do all of this with 2 fouls and having to manage that, being aggressive but also not being overly aggressive. You don't want to pick up that third.
Inside, this is Bailey. Bailey's had a tough time on the offensive end. Drive, reverse layup won't go. Bailey the rebound.
Boy, Cherry's looking for Kunin every time in transition. That's a tough pass, though. Another turnover.
NC State, they've won 4 of their last 5 against North Carolina. It's Bailey on the drive, or Ely rather. And Ely gets it back. Leah Church. See there, picked up her first foul. Freshman from Purlear, North Carolina.
How about Jamie Cherry? Doing the dirty work, cleaning up the floor.
That's what happens when you're a senior. You've been around a while. Leslie might not have been a good pass. Nelson closely guarded. Here's Cherry. Two minutes to go here in the quarter.
Not early on what North Carolina, why they were so successful on the offensive, on the defensive end is because their offense was really flowing. They were getting stops, creating easier offense for themselves.
And Hawkins left wide open. Chelsea, she was 4 for 18 from 3 coming into this game. She's hit 2 threes here today.
Well, and as NC State's been shooting now at a little bit of a better percentage than they were opening on, North Carolina has had to face a set half-court defense a little bit more than they were early on.
Bailey. Bailey's now 2 of 5 from the field. Leslie's not shot the ball particularly well in this first half.
Oh.
And she's made a couple of ill-advised passes into the post.
You watch the eyes light up of Chelsea Nelson when she has Jamie Cherry on her. That face said it all. Here's the last possession, though. Hawkins scoring. You see Jamie Cherry just completely lost, and shoulders kind of say it all. Lost Hawkins in the corner.
And the 22% three-point shooters getting a little confidence today. North Carolina has called a timeout. 30-21 our score. 1:17 to go, second quarter. Largest lead of the game for NC State. And right before that timeout, Jamie Cherry picked up her second personal foul. Cherry only 2 of 8 from the field, 0 for 4 from 3, and the senior's going to stay in there. 3 Tar Heels now with 2 fouls. Nelson with 8 first-half points.
We mentioned she only had 1 point last time these two teams played. Has found her rhythm a little earlier on so far.
Chelsea, I was able to see the game right after that, and she had a double-double, so she bounced back pretty quickly. Cherry had a tough half so far. We're under a minute to play here in the half. And the struggles continue for Cherry. There are 4 seconds on the shot clock. Gooning didn't get a shot off. Hawkins the other way. She is feeling it. I'm telling you. Armani Hawkins, who only had 2 points against Miami last time out, really playing well.
A bold shot. Pull-up jumper in transition when she had numbers. Definitely in rhythm for Hawkins.
When these two teams played before, she only played 10 minutes at 4 points. Tar Heels 3 of 14 here in the second quarter. NC State built up a lead as a result. Kunin. Boy, it's been a really tough quarter offensively. Final seconds. Ely will take it. State will have 0.6 seconds, 0.6 of a second to get a shot off. That's doable. Nelson at the buzzer would have counted. But it was a great quarter for NC State, who at one time in this game trailed by 7 points. They have stormed back. And here at halftime, NC State with a 13-point lead. The Wolfpack 34, Tar Heels 21. Our halftime report from here in Raleigh is on the way. Back in Raleigh, we welcome you to the Hardee's halftime report. NC State up 34-21. Mike Hogwood, Chelsea Shine with you. And Chelsea State trailed at one point by 7 They finished the half on a 7-0 run. What turned it around for them?
Yeah, I thought that NC State just did a much better job of getting stops, and then they were able to get back defensively. They did a really good job of holding UNC's top 3 scores to just 4 points each in that first half. Paris Key, Jamie Cherry, Janelle Bailey, scores that are averaging 15 or more points per game.
You know, I love it when the player you talk about that's a key at the beginning of the game turns out to be the key, and that was the story with Chelsea Nelson.
Yeah, Chelsea Nelson for NC State, 8 points and 8 rebounds in that first half. She has that mid-range game, so early on she knocked down some short-range jumpers. You have to respect her from there. Thought her teammates did a really good job of going inside. That's something Westmore said he thought they didn't do a good enough job of in their loss against Miami, and she's just a tough player inside.
Well, when you look at the stats, neither team shooting near their season average, but woes continue from 3.
Yeah, I think no threes for North Carolina, which is tough. This is a team that is very capable from knocking those down. Rebounding, NC State 4th in the nation, 2nd in the ACC in rebounding margin, and then second chance opportunities.
State outscored North Carolina 20-6 in the quarter. Those 6 points are the lowest North Carolina scored all season. And unless their offense is clicking, they don't win. They have got to get their offense going.
Yeah, absolutely. And when they were getting stops against NC State early on, they weren't having to face a half-court set defense. And then once NC State was able to score the basketball, North Carolina was forced to face that set half-court defense.
Yeah, so North Carolina has dug themselves a little bit of a hole, and here on their home court, NC State is looking pretty good, 34-21. This is a busy day in the ACC, Chelsea, and as we get closer and closer to the tournament, these games mean a lot. That Georgia Tech Notre Dame, don't be fooled by that score. That game was tied at halftime.
Yeah, and at Notre Dame, not an easy place to play, but you're right, the implications now down the stretch for what this does for ACC tournament seeding is huge. Virginia Tech, a really important game as Virginia still has 2 ranked opponents to face. And then Syracuse and Wake Forest. Wake Forest was up big early over Syracuse. Syracuse coming back.
I was going to say Syracuse made a great comeback in that game. BC with a win over Pitt. Florida State, Miami is going to be an interesting game, and that comes up a little later this afternoon. Take a look at the standings. Here's the top 7 based on our scores today. Louisville, Notre Dame leading the way.
Yeah, and again, if Louisville and Notre Dame win out the rest of their season, they will share ACC regular season. They'll be co-champs. NC State certainly trying to finish in the top 9, which they're in a good position to do that. If they win today, they'll finish in the top 9, secure that first round bye, which would be really important.
Well, you know, in this month, we have a lot of what we call Play for K games. Kay Yao had such an impact on folks with her fight against breast cancer, and she is still having an impact today. We'll talk more about that in just a moment. The statue of Kay Yao outside of Reynolds Coliseum, and I think it's safe to say that no one has done more for the evolution and growth of women's basketball than did Kay Yao. I remember she told me when she first took the job here, she had to wash the uniforms and drive the van herself. And she saw women's basketball come a long way. She was also very public with her fight against breast cancer. It inspired so many and continues to inspire today with the Play for K initiative.
This verse of scripture was Kay Yao's business card, and that Christ-like strength and servitude was constantly on display during her 22-year public battle with cancer. The Kay Yao Cancer Fund, the Play for K initiative, are the culmination of Coach Yao's vision to unite a nation of coaches, players, and the women's basketball community to do something for the greater good.
You know, Coach Yao was all about others. You know, she was humble. She, you know, she treated everybody the same. She talked to everyone. It's not surprising that even after her death and all this time, she's still giving. I mean, she's still helping others.
One of the many she helped was North Carolina Hall of Fame coach Sylvia Hatchell. It was Yao's recommendation to then UNC Athletic Director John Swafford that helped Hatchell land the North Carolina job.
Let me tell you what, there's no one that did more for other coaches than Kay Yao. Kay and I coached 3 or 4 USA basketball teams together. We won a gold medal in all the games, so I knew Kay really well. And so, I remember I was with her one time. We were in Seoul, Korea, and we were out shopping now. We both like to shop, and we were at Itaewon. Kay was looking for different things, and I was like, come on, Kay, come on, come on. She said, no, I've got to find the right gifts. I said, well, who's this for? She said, it's for the other ACC head coaches. She said, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the other coaches in the ACC. And she said, I've got to find the right, perfect gift to take back to all the other head coaches in the ACC. And that was what KL was all about. But it was always about what was best for the game and what was the best for women's basketball, for growing the game and giving young girls opportunities.
Debbie Antonelli was one of those young girls who took advantage of the opportunity. A 3-year starter for the Wolfpack in the mid-'80s under Coach Yao, Antonelli now serves as a lifetime board member of the K. Yao Cancer Fund.
Everyone that I know has had cancer in some form or fashion in their lives. None of it's ever good. And when you think about the people that you knew that had cancer, or that the people you know that are battling, you think about the fight and the courage that it takes to fight. And that's who she was. So when you lace up your shoes and you're thinking about, I'm playing in this pink game, and yes, I know what it means. If you don't feel it inside, then you're missing the whole point of what she was trying to accomplish. She was trying to get people to do more and to become more through the Cancer Fund, and not just giving money, but to help at a higher level by being invested in helping some other people.
I can't even find the words to express it. The battle against cancer is close to my soul, so it just means a lot to have so many people from our community come out and share in it. It's just a very, very special day with a lot of special people.
When I look back on my experience, and it's been a great one with ACC women's basketball, I think of a couple of games, but at the top of the list is a game that was here when they named this court K. Yao Court. They were playing North Carolina just as they were doing today. North Carolina was a heavy favorite that day, but seeing K. Yao on the bench really inspired her players. They played really above their abilities. They won this game for their coach. And I got to tell you, I've seen some emotional events, but I had a tough time holding it together on that game. Charlene Curtis and I were calling that game that day, and as I look back, it's really one of the special memories I have of calling women's basketball. I can't tell you how emotional that was and what the spirit was in this building. It was amazing.
And I remember playing in those Play for K games as a player in the ACC, and it didn't matter who you were playing and what the score was. And as you heard Debbie Antonelli talk about, it was about something so much bigger than yourself, and the impact that she had. And you could see the way that she took something so painful and so hard and turned it into something that's impacting so many other people. And it wasn't about her, it was the people around her and how she was impacting those people, and her faith in that was just inspiring.
And on February 18th, we're going to see a lot of pink around the ACC. These are the Play for K games. And I think it's interesting to note that Sylvia Hatchell said, this is a special place for me. My memories of K. Yao and our friendship. This is my Play for K game. She wore her pink today.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I mentioned, it's a really awesome way for players now who may not have known K. Yao personally or when she was a coach here to learn about who she was. And I know other coaches around the ACC, especially coaches like Sylvia Hatchell, use every opportunity to share with their players who K. Yao was.
And we still have a long way to go with the research finding a cure. KYao.com to contribute to the K. Yao Cancer Fund. Back with more in a moment. ACC College Basketball is brought to you by Hardee's, home of the $5 All-Star Meals. NC State with a dominant second quarter, leading North Carolina 34-21. At the beginning of the broadcast, you talked about these two, Janelle Bailey and Chelsea Nelson. Nelson had a great half.
Yeah, I thought Chelsea Nelson did a really good job balancing her shots with some short jumpers, some turnarounds, and some back-to-the-basket post moves. Janelle Bailey, 2 quick fouls for her, really limited the time she was able to play. You can see there she had to sit out the rest of the first quarter. She did play most of the second quarter and did a good job of not picking up that third.
Yeah, but I thought she played a little bit careful. Sometimes you know you got 2 and you're trying not to get that third. She played 14 minutes. But we're ready for a new quarter. North Carolina will have the first possession. And the Tar Heels scoring a season-low 6 points in that second quarter. Here's Key. Is it safe to say she'll be a key in this third quarter?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Paris Key held to just 4 points in that first half, as was Jamie Cherry and Janelle Bailey, the team's 3 leading scorers. And you talked about it earlier, Mike. Paris Key, a player that averages almost 20 points a game and leads this team in that aspect.
Key starts the third quarter off in good fashion. By the way, that was the 3rd foul on Akilah Mays.
No subs at the bench either, so Wes Moore going to trust his senior to stay in the game.
Open look, and Koenig can't get it to go.
Just simple little rub screen. Paris Key able to just elevate over Leslie.
She's having a great season, averaging 19.8, just under 20 a game. Leslie had a tough time shooting in that first half. Here's Mays, and that might be a reason you leave her in.
Smiles between the post partners. Good pass up high by Nelson. Good way to collect herself by Mays. Read the defense.
Key has not had a great day shooting. Somebody lost a shoot.
Kayla Ely was trying to push in transition. Her shoe fell off. That was why she made that early pass. Here's Akilah Mays. Look at this really good pass. High up for Mays to go get it. Mays just takes her time, sets her feet. Gets in good position to finish over Bailey.
Lost out off of Mays. Couple of shots already. Good defense by NC State. Nelson down with another rebound. Key is now 3 of 11. And Leslie's going to be fouled by Murray. That'll be the 3rd foul on Murray.
Jalen Murray, her 3rd personal, team's first of the period.
She's just not been shooting well. 3 for 11. 6 points. Couple of free throws from Leslie. Leslie graduated from Maryland last summer. Enrolled at NC State, which is where her brother C.J. Leslie played. How about Mays? After picking up that 3rd foul, she's had a bucket and now blocked the shot. The 3 from Koenig.
Koenig did a good job on that last possession, digging into the lane to help on Bailey. Got a hand in that turnover.
In and out, and Mays a rebound. Largest lead of the game for NC State. North Carolina has only scored 2 points since the beginning of this third quarter.
Start to wonder, too, if tired legs become an issue, as there's a big shot for Key. Step inside the 3, but you mentioned it, Mike. Coonan, Cherry, and Key playing all 20 minutes in that first half, and it started every minute so far here in the second half.
Key's starting to heat up, and that's a good thing. That was a great pass to Koenig.
Really good change of speed for Koenig to get the back door on Coonan. Good timing on that pass.
Carolina State's done a great job distributing the basketball. Bailey over Mays, got it and one.
Big block on that one of the last possessions by Mays.
And she's going to have to come out now. She just picked up her 4th foul.
Here's the back door by Koenig on the other end as well. Back-to-back buckets. And Mays to the bench now.
Well as she's played here in this 3rd quarter. We'll see what NC State does without her on the floor. Koenig down with a long rebound. She's been hot. She stays hot.
Well, like Armani Hawkins in the first half gave 8 points off the bench, knocked down a couple of triples. Koenig spent some time on the bench with a foul as well, and now Koenig picking up right where Hawkins left off.
Koenig's got, she's got 8 points in the game. Here's Key. She's been the offense and continues. When she gets hot like that, watch out.
Well, and that's why, again, same thing with Jamie Cherry, as I mentioned earlier. With Paris Key, she could be 3 for 11, but you've got to guard her like she's made every shot because she's so capable and has deep range.
That's going to be an offensive foul. Foul is on Ely.
Koenig in transition, just a pull-up for the 3. On the other end, Paris Key elevates and answers back with her own triple.
How about Koenig? She's got 8 points, all of them in this quarter. Cherry. She gets her offensive game going. Look out. Great ball fake on Ely. Drive by, just couldn't hit the shot. And another rebound for Chelsea Nelson. He's got 11 boards. How about Key doing it at both ends? She blocked that shot. Stops, pulls up, rattles it out. Taylor Coonan from Minnesota. Actually had her career high. And Koenig is from British Columbia. So interesting travels to get to the ACC. Jones picks up the foul, second. We're talking about Koenig. She missed 2 months last year, got hurt. He's having a heck of a quarter. Jocelyn Jones whistled for the foul. It's her 3rd.
You see why NC State gets to the line so often. Just attacking the basket, not only their guards, Chelsea Nelson able to drive from the high post as well to draw the foul.
Nelson double-figure rebounds today. NC State with a 16-point lead. It was 13 at half. Off the ball. Janelle Bailey picks up her 3rd foul.
You saw her reaction, just a tough battle between her and Nelson. Looks over immediately to Coach Hatchell and said, "That's my bad, I didn't mean to." Just push in the back.
Cassell with a great move in the post.
Erica Cassell had a huge game off the bench in their last game. 11 points, 11 rebounds, especially with Dee Dee Rogers on the bench with an injury. Did not play last game either. Big minutes for Cassell.
She did not play the first time these 2 teams met. Cherry. Timeout, 4:38 Jocelyn Koenig, the sophomore from Surrey, British Columbia. Chelsea's had an amazing third quarter so far.
Yeah, 8 points quickly in the third quarter. Really good job on a backdoor pass there. She hit 2 triples. She's 4th in the ACC in three-pointers made with 2.6 per game, so you know she can shoot the three. With only 1 for 9 versus Miami, but very capable three-point scorer, and has gotten off to a really quick start this second half.
And she is our Hardy star to watch. By the way, she has moved today into the top 10 all-time at NC State for most threes in a season.
North Carolina in a 2-3 zone. I wonder if that's a combination between tired legs and foul count from multiple players in foul trouble.
I really think that Cherry, with the ball there, has got to get going. She's 2 for 11, 0 for 5 from 3, and only has 4 points. North Carolina, Chelsea, just cannot buy a three. They are 1 for 13 from behind the arc.
That's where you have to recognize. I thought Jamie Cherry early on did a good job of that. Wasn't hitting her threes, so she put the ball on the floor, tried to attack the basket. You have to recognize that as a team.
Jocelyn Jones picked up her 4th foul. Cassell, who averages more rebounds than points, makes 1 of 2. And with this lead, Westmore can afford to keep Akila Mays on the bench with her 4 fouls. What a jump Westmore has done. This team going for its 20th win today. And you know what's amazing is right now they're in the same position record-wise they were a year ago. And remember, they graduated 4 starters from last year.
And when you talk about how much they lost, 48 points per game with those 4 starters. Just tremendous coaching job by Westmore.
And Jocelyn Jones has fouled out of the game.
Boy, Jones is frustrated. She had been crashing the boards hard, just really aggressive, trying to be a spark for this Carolina team. You can see her kind of willing her team on, trying to give some energy.
Nelson's a pretty good free throw shooter, 70% on the year. On her way to another double-double today. She's got 9 points and 12 rebounds. She is the leading scorer and the leading rebounder on this state team. We haven't heard from Paris Key in the past couple of minutes. State now with a 20-point lead. They trailed at one point in this game by 7. 7 to shoot it. Cherry will take it. Just a tough day for her.
NC State's really kept her off her rhythm.
And Murray fouls Chelsea Nelson. You look at NC State's resume, and I don't think personally, get number 20 today, there's any question.
No question. I mean, that's kind of the magic number, but as well as they've been playing in league play, this is a team that went to the NCAA tournament last year, lost in the 2nd round in a close game to Texas. They upset Florida State recently, so they've got some key wins on that resume.
Nelson now has her 10th double-double of the season. That's impressive.
She was surrounded by so many of those seniors last year. You talk about just learning and absorbing so much between leadership and toughness and the way she was involved in rebounding in her role, and it's certainly grown this year now and has evolved into one of the primary players on this team.
Ely just picked up her 3rd foul. Jamie Cherry is one of the top free throw shooters in the ACC at the line. Points, well below her average today for Jamie Cherry. Amani Hawkins is back into the game now for NC State. Remember, she had that great second quarter. How about Koenig here in the third period? My goodness.
You know, coming into today, 74% of her shots overall this season have been three-point attempts. She's done a good job of mixing in those two-pointers in the mid-range game. You can tell she's in rhythm and feeling it on the offensive ends. Here's that last bucket. Little shake off the double screen. Little bit of a fader, but holds that follow through.
And Chelsea, after season high 20 against Wake Forest on January 25th, she hasn't been in double figures for 4 straight games until today. That's a real plus for NC State.
Yeah, this is an NC State team, too, Mike, that has a few different players that can lead them in scoring in any different night. There's balance there, and I think that's something that Westmore appreciates because it can give you different looks when different players are stepping up.
It'll belong to NC State. Great pass to Leslie. NC State's done a great job of moving the ball, finding the open player. And Koenig with the steal. How impressive has this quarter been for NC State?
It really has. In the first 5 to 8 minutes of the game, I thought UNC, it was all them.
And what about Armani Hawkins today? Her ACC high. The transfer from Arizona State has made a difference. She's got 11.
You know, and Sylvia talked to us before the game, Coach Hatchell, and this is just such a young team. There's so much youth here. And finally, Cherry knocks one down. We'll see if that gets her going. But with 2 of their key players out, Stephanie Watts and Destiny Walker, 29 points between the 2 of them. This is a team, a Carolina team that I think will look very different next season.
You know, I think you always got to say you dance with who brung you. But missing Destiny Walker and Stephanie Watts really changed this team.
Yeah, I agree, and it's something that, like you said, you can't worry about as you see them there on the bench. What could have or would have or should have been with them. Next year, only losing Jamie Cherry, so you're getting all of these pieces back and adding them in. You have junior college transfers, so Coach Hatchell very optimistic about what's to come next season and trying to use the rest of this season game by game to get these players experience and have them grow, which will pay off next season.
And those junior college players, as Bailey scores inside, are scorers. They are all Americans, and they're going to bring some offense to Chapel Hill.
Yeah, well, it'll be interesting to see balancing all of that scoring, especially as we mentioned with Watts and Walker coming back and Paris Key. Going to have a ton of scoring options.
Final minute of the third quarter. And it has been all NC State. 6 to shoot it. Koenig. And a foul with 2 seconds on the shot clock. Foul's going to be on Cherry. It's her third.
Jamie Cherry. Cherry's third personal. Following from the Wolfpack, Chelsea Nelson.
And it'll send Nelson to the line to add to her double-double performance here this afternoon. The only place she struggled has been at the free throw line.
Sullivan returning to the Tar Heels lineup.
She's 4 of 7. giving Key any looks. Oh my, Key is fouled with 8.3 seconds left in the quarter.
NC State trying to send that high trap. Key able to beat it.
Going to the line, number 22,
Paris Key has really picked up her scoring here in this second half. She's got 11. 7 of them have come in this quarter. Leah Church is in for Key. Remember Church, that great three-point shooter. There are 8 seconds left. NC State trying to put some more points. Koenig is going to take it all the way, take the shot. Rattled out at the buzzer. But a 13-point halftime lead has turned into 21 here at the end of the third. Fourth quarter for Raleigh on the way. This Tobacco Road rivalry renewed today at historic Reynolds Coliseum. Both teams are fighting hard, but the youth of North Carolina, I think, has shown up. NC State took over in this third quarter and has built up a 59-38 lead. And Kelsey, let's take a look at our Hardy's game summary.
Yeah, you can see the Wolfpack doing a better job of shooting, especially in the second half. That third quarter was huge for them. North Carolina struggling from behind the arc, held to just 6 points in the second quarter. That was probably the biggest difference of the game for the Tar Heels.
Leslie, she's had a tough time from 3 today. Coonan on the other end. Bailey. And if that foul's on Mays, it'll be her 5th.
Coonan has made some, but as you mentioned early on, only 18% at least coming into this game from behind the arc. And I'm not sure early in the shot clock like that that's the best shot you want. With Jamie Cherry, Paris Key, some other options.
You know, she took a look at Westmore. He threw up his hands, and she threw up hers and gave a smile like, I can't believe that was, I fouled him. I fouled Janelle Bailey. And Chelsea Nelson coming back into the game. Bailey is now 0 for 4 from the free throw line. Only 5 points today. Make that 8 points, 5 rebounds. Hawkins, who played so well today.
Carolina's still in that 2-3 kind of matchup zone.
5 to shoot it. Koenig will take it. That foul's going to be on Leslie. Westmore, we talked about it. Just what a great job he's done as NC State appears on their way to win number 20 of the season.
Locking in that first round bye in the ACC tournament, which is huge. And again, looking at their remaining schedule, you wonder if this is an NC State team. They've got Wake Forest, then they're at Pitt, and they finish at Notre Dame, who most people will remember they beat Notre Dame last season. But if they can win out against the unranked opponents of the 11 conference wins, putting them atop the ACC.
Cherry will have to pull it out. Purcell's going to be whistled for a foul. NC State's remaining schedule: Wake Forest, at Pitt, at Notre Dame.
Yeah, and also have a bye week, so they'll have the rest of this week. Don't play again until Sunday, hosting Wake Forest here. That will be their play for K game. Timing of that bye week couldn't probably be any better this late in the season to get the time to rest close to March. Take as much as that as you can get.
Five to shoot it. Cassell will take it. Did not hit the rim. I told you this was a busy afternoon in the ACC. Look at Florida State and Miami, which again about 4 o'clock today.
Yeah, that's always one that you expect to be a close one, but Florida State handling Miami so far. Huge win for Virginia over Virginia Tech. Virginia had 18 to 20 point lead early on. Virginia stays atop the ACC 4 as well. And that win.
Key. He's cooled off after starting the third quarter. Inside Nelson, that shot was tipped a little bit. Look how hard Nelson fights for those 50-50 balls.
You just watch the post players for this state team just crash so hard. In every possession, you notice the score, but they're competing as if it's a tie game right now.
Cherry, she has struggled. 1 for 8 from behind the arc after that miss. Koenig can continue to shoot like she has today. NC State has a lot of weapons. You think of Nelson and Ely. Sylvia Hatchell's just called a timeout. 6:51, NC State, a comfortable 62-41 lead. 62-41 our score. Looks like NC State's going to get their 9th conference win today. Number in the books, and here how the updated standings look.
Yeah, Virginia having a win over Virginia Tech puts them at 9-3. Florida State currently playing Miami. They're up 24. If they win, that's 9-3 as well. Florida State beat Virginia, so if that top 4 held today for seeding purposes in the ACC tournament, Florida State would hold that tiebreaker. Still enough games to play left. That could be shaken up a little bit.
One thing about NC State, after that horrendous shooting performance at Miami this past week, they have bounced back with the offense today.
And that's something Coach Moore said. He said they've won 7 in a row. His team hadn't been used to losing, and he wondered how they would bounce back as Armani Hawkins continues her offensive streak.
That ties her season high of 14 points. How about having that weapon able to come off the bench now?
At this point in the season, that's encouraging. And again, Westmore has to be pleased with the way that his team has responded to losing down at Miami. Again, their first loss in a straight streak of 7 games. To really stay focused, to come back, get your scouting report set, and take on a Carolina team that is capable, but just has struggled as of late.
Bailey, another rebound. She's played better in this second half. Boy, it's been that kind of day. Travel, give the ball back to State. You know, Chelsea, I agree with what you said a few minutes ago. That 6-point second quarter is the total difference in this game.
20-6, NC State outscoring UNC, and just a tough deficit to come back from. And you exert so much energy, as you mentioned, Mike, with 3 players who lead the league in minutes played. It's tough to come back from a deficit and sustain it.
North Carolina in the first quarter had a 7-point lead. Good pass to Hawkins. The cell has it knocked away. It'll still belong to NC State. How about a sellout crowd today of over 5,500? And they've seen a good performance by NC State. Back in Raleigh. Hey, Chelsea, big game tomorrow with national implications.
Huge game tomorrow. Louisville heading to Connecticut to try to upset top-ranked Huskies, and that'll be a tough matchup, always is. And I think for Louisville, in order to pull up an upset like that, will have to have their best offensive and best defensive performance. You know, when they beat Notre Dame, they held Notre Dame to 67 points, a team that leads the league in scoring average, averaging 85 points per game. Louisville scored 100 points in that game. That's the type of performance you have to have if you're going to upset Connecticut.
Isn't it amazing that UConn averages over 90 points a game? That's amazing. Look at Nelson battle for that board. Tell you what, I've been so impressed every time I've seen Asia Durr play, but she's going to have a huge game.
No question. And she's performed in situations like this all season long against top-ranked opponents. We've seen her show up for big games. I think this is absolutely who could end up winning Player of the Year this year. Just so consistent. She's been such a fun player to watch this season. But Jeff Walls and Gino Auriemma are friends. They've played each other many times, especially both back when they were in the Big East. Coach Walls has not beaten UConn since coaching at Louisville. 0-13 record against them, but I know he loves the competitiveness, loves going up against them, and has done so much for the game. He'll have his team ready.
And I agree with you about Asia Durr averaging almost 21 in league play. How about the shooting performance from Koenig today?
She's just feeling it.
Another rebound for Nelson. That is 16. That is her career high. What a performance by Chelsea Nelson today. She must have known you were going to pick her as a team of the game.
Those are just the things that, if you're a coach, you can't coach effort, and rebounding is effort and toughness, and Chelsea Nelson, the epitome of that.
Koenig now with 18 points. 3:21 left. NC State's headed to win number 20 on the season. (70-45) our score. What a big day for NC State. And Chelsea Nelson, look at her numbers.
Career high in rebounding. Again, just toughness and competitiveness. That's 16 either second. You're getting second chance opportunities. You're getting second chance points. Those are extra possessions that she's getting for her team.
And it's not like she's the tallest player on the court. She's 6'2". But you were a great rebounder in the day. What do you see that she does to be so good?
Good rebounders like her just have a knack for the ball. You got to know positioning and timing, and I think she does a really good job of finding her space, watching the basketball, and then getting in position based on where the shot's going to come off of the rim. Just that knack for the ball and consistency of crashing the board. She has a really good feel for where it's going to come off.
Nene Cole is into the game. Has not played a lot this year. 6'3" junior. Key is fouled and one. Harris Key will go to the line. Chelsea, I know you're getting ready to vote. So am I, but I want to hear your awards.
Yeah, I think upcoming Player of the Year, we just talked about Asia Durr. I mean, Louisville in a position to win or co-share the regular season. I think they will absolutely contend for an ACC championship. Muffet McGraw, Coach of the Year for me, just based on all that they've endured this year with injuries, 4 players out at different times of the years with ACLs. They have 7 healthy scholarship players and only have 2 losses on the season, both of which were to the 1st and 3rd ranked teams in the country. Players playing out of position, and Coach McCraw has just found a way to get her team ready through fatigue, like I said, through playing in different positions, through adversity. It's been really impressive what she's been able to do with all the adversity they faced this year.
Now, folks, if you're wondering how the vote ends up on this, Chelsea and I are both on, it's called the Blue Ribbon Committee, where we vote on those things. So I have a vote as well, but you've helped convince me right there. I'm not sure that I should be on something called a Blue Ribbon, but it is a good group of people. There's and one. So, you know, obviously every week we vote on the player and rookie of the week, but we also, in the most official of forms I've ever seen, maybe that we vote on the all those awards that you were just talking about.
And you get to see these teams throughout the season so many times, made up of different media members, and still some games left. I think players and coaches could change your mind or convince you one way or another, but certainly enough of the season has gone on that we've seen. I think every person that votes on that panel at this point probably has their top 2 to 3 player of the year, coach of the year, rookie of the year. But prestigious awards for sure, and well-deserving for so many of the players and coaches in this league.
Well, NC State's going to get their 20th win today, which I don't think 4 games in you would have been able to predict. We got more in ACC women's basketball. Look at, he's still coaching. I don't know if he's worried about the hair or what.
A secret play call, maybe?
Yeah.
Like maybe signs in baseball.
Yeah, some of us don't have any hair to worry about. As I said, we got a lot of women's basketball coming our way next Thursday. Big game. Duke travels to Syracuse. Be sure to check the local listings for the game in your area. Well, after a slow start, Paris Key now has 21 points for North Carolina. That's 12 games this season. She scored 20 or more.
Yeah, after just 4 in the first half, you can see she can score in volumes.
One thing I like about this North Carolina team is there's been no quit in this team. They have fought hard. They had that disastrous 6-point second quarter. Under a minute to play here. Ty Crutchfield, local player from Raleigh, is in the game. Now with 42 seconds left. Westmore's going to get Katie Wadsworth, another player from Raleigh, a walk-on, into the game. Naomi Van Ness, 6'6" from Dorchester, England, in the game for North Carolina. Crutchfield. Koenig has led NC State in scoring today with 18. 4 Wolfpack players in double figures, including Amani Hawkins, who just shot that. Key not able to catch up with it.
Certainly a Carolina team that doesn't give up, and a coach that's a fighter, I don't think is ever going to let that happen.
The cheer from the crowd was Katie. Katie has hit Katie Wadsworth, number 40. But Armani with a nice pass to Nene Cole.
Now turns to number 30, Jalen Hurd.
has just fouled out. At least I've got her with 5. Emily Sullivan will come in to replace him. Nene Cole 1 for 4 on the year from the free throw line. So as we told you with this win, number 20 for NC State, and it is so impressive when they graduated 4 seniors who started last year and a 20-win season for NC State.
Well, I asked him earlier this season when I covered them earlier in conference play if he was surprised at where they were. He said, you know, yeah, I would have been surprised if you would have told me this would have been our record at the start of the season just based on what they had lost. But he said he's just so pleased with the fight and the focus of this group.
And the other thing about the focus, they had a 7-game win streak, and they just did not shoot well at all against Miami, but they were able to bounce back from that today.
Well, it's not easy to do, so you've got to be encouraged after a streak to have a loss and to come back and to play like this all around.
Well, that'll do it. 73-54 is our final score for Chelsea Shine. Mike Hogwood here. We'll say so long from Raleigh. Our final score, NC State 73, North Carolina 54. Don't forget Thursday, Duke and Syracuse at 7. So long, everybody.